Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Wellness Wednesday. Hopefully, you've been hearing it marketed out that we are doing Wellness Wednesday. I'm so excited. If this is your very first time here on the V Community page, welcome. This page is where we have believers from Valley Kingdom Ministries or across the world who just want to journey with Jesus together. And so we do content on here that helps us spiritually and naturally. But this time we're going to be talking about our health, and guess what, that is just as spiritual as it is for the natural. And so we want you to LTS, like, tag, and share. You might be saying, what is Wellness Wednesday? Well, Pastor has been talking about us getting our temples and being in health and talking about wellness, the total man. And so we want to make sure that we add this to this page as well. And so I'm going to read the scripture to you from 3 John and 2, but I'm going to read God's word translation because I like the way it says it in here. It says, "Dear friend, I know that you are spiritually well. I pray that you are doing well in every other way and that you're healthy." And that is our prayer for each and every person who gets on here. We want to make sure that you're not only doing well spiritually, because we'll go to church and we'll read our word and we'll get in the presence of God and we'll get our purpose and our assignment from God, but we won't take care of our bodies, and our bodies help us fulfill and complete that assignment. That is one of the ways the enemy gets to trick us, is by not being in good health. And so we are having Wellness Wednesday so we can get in good health. And what better time than do it in the summer, especially here in Chicago. It's cold so many other days, and now we get to just go out and be active. And so we want to challenge you to do that. And so I have a special guest who's going to come on and just help us, guide us. We need it. You know, some of us who haven't been healthy in a long time, we just need that guidance and that teaching and that encouragement. So let's encourage each other in the community. But I'm going to bring her on. She is Dr. Sue. And so I'm going to have Dr. Sue come on up. Hi, Dr. Sue. How are you?
Hi, V-Fam. How are you?
I'm excited that you are here, and I'm going to go down so I can listen and take my own notes because I need to get healthy just like everyone else.
Okay. All right. Hi, V-Fam. It's Dr. Sue here. I'm so excited to be with you on this journey. And since we're just starting out on Wellness Wednesday, I just want to echo what Pastor Sabrina said about, keeping our temple healthy. So I also have that same scripture, which is third John 1, and it says, "Beloved, I pray that you may prosper in all things and be in health, just as your soul prospers." So there's so many things that we need to do to keep our bodies healthy, and I would like to share my experience with you. I am a certified family nurse practitioner with over 25 years of healthcare experience, and I'm going to be with you over the next 4 weeks to discuss 4 key topics about being healthy. So, are you ready? I am. So, this week we're going to focus on one of those most important strategies for either losing and or maintaining your ideal weight, which is planning ahead. So, you might be saying, what does planning ahead have to do with maintaining weight? Well, pretty much everything. So, what do we mean by planning ahead? And I'm talking about meal planning. When you take the time to figure out your meals for the week, you can actually eat a lot healthier without feeling deprived. Imagine that. You know the old saying, when you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. And meal planning can make a huge difference in so many ways. I don't know about you, but I dread the days when I have no idea what I'm going to make for dinner, because that usually leads to less than ideal food choices, and a little meal planning can alleviate that. And there's one doctor that I like to listen to. His name is Dr. Robert Kushner, and he's a medical weight management specialist. And he says that the most unhealthiest eating occurs when we are hungry, stressed, and unprepared. He said to think about this as the triple threats: being hungry, plus being stressed, plus being unprepared leads to really poor decision making and overeating. So let's dive into meal planning. But you might be saying, well, I have to eat out a lot because I'm on the go, go, go all the time. And I totally get that. But with a little meal planning, you'll see that you'll actually feel less stressed and eat healthier, plus save calories and money. So I always want to share with you the benefits because I think sometimes we just need to know the benefits before we'll dive in and do what we're supposed to do. So one of the really great benefits is that you'll probably reach your health goals quicker when you cook your meals at home. Why? Because you probably have heard that when you cook meals at home, they're usually less calories. But did you also know that when you cook meals at home, they usually have more fiber, more vegetables, you have less sodium, less sugar, less saturated fat. How about that? In fact, it's well known that many individuals who actually eat home cooked meals every day have less body fat. They decrease their risk for developing diseases like heart disease and diabetes, and they even live longer. So, cooking meals at home can really increase your chance of reaching your health goals, no matter if they are to lose weight, to improve your heart rate, or to keep your blood sugar in check. Another really great benefit of meal planning is that it can actually save you money. How about that? That's a great one. So, in Forbes a while back, they actually did a study and they compared 80 popular meals that are cooked at home compared to the cost of those same meals prepared at a restaurant or from a home delivered meal kit. And they found out that those dishes cost about $5 more per serving at a restaurant, and they cost about $3 more when you purchase those same meals in a home meal delivered kit. So that's a substantial saving if you think about that over a month's time. So meal planning can make it easier to cook more consistently at home, and you can save money if you incorporate, the weekly sales plan into your planning. And also, another benefit is that meal planning is associated with greater food variety, which is a key component of a healthy diet that increases your likelihood of meeting your nutritional needs and making it also makes healthy eating a lot less dull. But more importantly, when you cook meals at home, you have more control and choice over the ingredients that you're using, and you can actually avoid food allergies and you can incorporate ingredients that support diets for your specific health needs, such as low carb or vegetarian, dairy free, or gluten free. Meal planning also helps you to streamline shopping because it helps you to avoid going to the grocery store multiple times in a week because you forgot something or you didn't get enough to get through the week. Creating a grocery list ahead of time helps you to reduce your shopping trips, and it saves you money on gas. And we all know how high gas prices are. So another benefit can be that you are more likely to use what you have on your shelf, like your canned goods, your dry grains, or other pantry items. And meal planning also decreases food waste because you'll become more aware of what you have on your shelf and you use that quicker. So, because there's some food items like bananas that go bad pretty quickly. And if you have some fresh potatoes or onions, those can go bad pretty quickly. So, if you know that you have them there, you're more likely to use them. And also, if you have any leftovers, you can use them to eat for lunch the next day. But best of all, meal planning can help us to eliminate that stress associated with deciding what we want to do for dinner. So if you work, and many of us do, we don't need any more stress added to our life. So you might be saying, wow, well, this seems to be very overwhelming. How do I start? Where do I begin? My family, all of them have all different types of food preferences. I don't know how many recipes I'll need. Well, let's make it easy on ourselves. The first thing in meal planning is that you have to create a menu. So instead of trying to go gung ho into it, just try one meal this week. Sit down with your family or whoever it is that you eat with and decide on a meal that you want to cook for the week. Then decide what day you're going to eat that meal, and then make a list of all the items that you'll need from the store so that you're ready to prepare the meal, and then make the meal. And then the next week, add another meal and keep adding meals until you have a whole week's worth of meals. And then, if you want, you can use a meal planning template, which I will provide for you, or you can put a menu on your phone. I like to use the notes feature on my phone to put the things in. But what I would recommend you doing is to start with the recipes that your family already enjoys. You can always look up some new recipes, but make sure that you have all the cooking utensils that you need to prepare that recipe, because I know I like always looking around for some new recipes, and sometimes I see something that so looks so good, and then I start reading the directions for it, or the ingredients, and I was like, I don't have those I don't even know what some of the words mean, and I don't have the utensils to cook that meal. So make sure that you figure that out before you you try a new recipe. And then take a look to see what ingredients that you have in already in your pantry and use them first. And before you go to the store, look at the sales flyer. Foods that are in season are usually less expensive. And it is important to have a variety in your meals, but every meal doesn't need to be different. You'll just want to think about having a few different options, and then if you have leftovers, you can decide what you're going to do with them. So, are you going to freeze them, or are you going to put them in the refrigerator? Because if you freeze them, you might be able to, they usually last longer, but if you put them in the refrigerator, you have to use them very quickly. And at the end of the week, just ask your family what they thought about the meals and if they have any suggestions for the next week. What I'll say is that it's important to get your family involved in it, because it's not just for you, it's for all of you. And if you all start eating healthy together, you'll be developing healthy habits together. And you also want to check out your food, your pantry. Make sure that you stock your pantry with all the staples that you need to prepare your meals. So you have to have the foods from all the 5 food groups, and that's grains, vegetables, fruits, protein, and dairy products. And you also want to make sure that you have oil and vinegar, condiments, and herbs and spices. And it's also very helpful to keep a running shopping list going in a convenient place, so that as you run out of things, you can write them down. But again, I like to use the Notes app on my phone because I will lose my shopping list. And if you need some ideas, there are many meal planning websites and apps that can make this easy for you. You can either do a weekly pre-formatted one like the ones they have on emeals.com. The Fresh 20 is another place that you can get some templates. And there's free a site like Food on the Table and allrecipes.com. And guess what? You can also grab your handy dandy cookbook or your recipe box that you have filed away somewhere and pull out some old family favorites and start enjoying those again. And I'm also going to provide you with a fantastic assortment of recipes that are very nutritious. And I'm going to share that with you. And I'll tell you how to get to that later. So let's think about it. When you plan your meals out, you can save time, money, and calories. And especially if you cook one large meal and you make enough to eat it again. I know that we do that sometimes in our house. If we're making something, we'll make a big batch of it and then we'll freeze it and then we have it for maybe in a couple weeks again. So that really actually keeps us more eating at home, and then we have a better choice over our ingredients that we have. And you can look at it this way: you cook one time and have enough for 2 or 3 meals. So when you plan your meals in advance, you're not just creating a schedule, you're designing your week and your life. So when our schedules are so hectic, eating healthy and exercising can be much more of a challenge. So take a look at your schedule and your commitments and see if there's anything that can be adjusted that to allow you to spend more time on the tasks that you and your family that's important to you and your family. Make it a goal to run your schedule and not let your schedule run you. So I have a question for you now. What day can you spend a little time planning out your meals for the week? And I usually like to pick a time that's close when I'm going to go grocery shopping. Now, I know some of you are probably not fans of grocery shopping. I'm not. So consider Instacart or another grocery delivery service. You can order ahead online and have the store bring it out to you. I know Myers and Jewels and so many stores still have that going on. And let me know what questions you have and how meal planning is going for you. And do you find anything that's challenging? So I'm going to give you an action item to do for this week. I want you to go ahead and figure out your menu for the next week and let us know how many meals you'll be able to prepare at home and if you're able to make a double batch of something. But if you need more time and you want to do it the following week, that's fine too. There's no rules here. Just do what you can. So I have created a little Facebook group and I'll provide a link for you. It's called the Fit and Healthy Facebook group. And I'm going to put up the meal planning template there. I'm also going to include some recipes there. And it'll be a place that we can share ideas and questions. And if you don't want to share your question in the public format, you can also instant message me. So it's been great having some time with you, and I look forward to meeting with you again on next week. Have a great day.
Yay, yay. Thank you, Dr. Sue. I so appreciate you just coming on and sharing with us. What you said was the meal planning part. If I do not plan my meals, I am in somebody's fast food line or on the phone calling somebody for me and my family. And so I know that is one of my weaknesses. If I already have it planned, I'm good at cooking. Like if I know what I have to do and I got the ingredients there,
That's right.
I'm good. And so I have to work more on planning the meals so that I can make sure I eat right.
Right. Exactly. Hmm.
You said that you were going to put the information on the Facebook website. You're going to put it on the V community
Yes.
page, right? And they'll be
Yes,
able to
ma'am.
get the information. So you guys, let's do this together. We don't have to do it by ourselves. I so look forward to you, Dr. Sue, coming on the rest of the weeks, helping us get ourselves together. I'm excited about Wellness Wednesday. So thank you
Me
for being
too.
with us.
Okay. Have a great day.
Have a great day and bye, V community. Let's stay on target.
Bye bye.